Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Oh yeah, it's time for another As Seen on TV Tac product review. So let's see, we've done Tac glasses and Tac lights and Tac lanterns, and there's flashlights, and we had, well, a wallet, but I don't have that anymore because I burned it. I had a razor, there was a hammer, there was a visor, all these Tac things. What else could there be? Well, let me tell you what it is. It's a pen. A Tac pen? Absolutely. Not a Tac pen, but a Tac pen. That's what we're going to look at today. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. My channel is dedicated to reviewing mostly As Seen on TV items. I look at some consumer gadgets, other household items. Once in a while, I do a little bit of a DIY just because I like to. If that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click the bell below. That way you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. Oh yeah, one more thing. Don't forget to check down the description for my social media. Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I would love it if you would follow me there too. Now, let's see if this 9-in-1 Tac pen is as good as they say it is. All right, so let's open this Tac pen. I purchased it from my local As Seen on TV retailer for about 20 bucks. All right, what do we have? Ooh, it really looks just like a pen. I don't know why they had to have such large packaging. All right, so I definitely have some instructions, a disclaimer or arbitration agreement. There's also instructions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through some of this instructions, and then we'll take this pen out and check it out. All right, so I'm pretty impressed with this pen overall. Just the feel. It's made out of what feels like metal. I mean, it's heavy duty. This is a sturdy pen. All right, so your first things first, there's a little note here that tells you you're supposed to take the the tip of the light part off in a counterclockwise motion. So let's do that right now. Make sure I'm focused. There we go. All right, so we take that off. And inside here, there's going to be a piece of paper that, see how it says remove? So we are actually going to have to remove that because that's what's blocking our battery. So let me do that, and then I will come back to camera to show you the light. All right, so I've screwed the top back on. I want to draw your attention to this brass button. That's actually how you turn the light on, just by pushing it. Now, you're able to focus this beam. See, right now, if I'm looking down here, I can actually narrow that down more just by pulling this thing down. I'll show you what that looks like right here. So all I did was pull it up or push it down. I do want you to notice that there is this yellow ring that goes all the way around the light. That's just there. You do notice it. I've used this outside in the evening a few days, and I noticed it there as well. All right, so that's just a regular flashlight. If I hit this brass button again, it changes it to that pulsing flashlight, and yes, you can pull that up for the focusing the beam that way as well. All right, so this pen has 9 different functions. The first one I'm going to do, though, is I'm actually going to show you how to pop open a soda bottle. All right, right now I have on here, I think they call this like my safety tip, or they call it like a safety hammer. So it's pretty hard and you're able to break glass or whatnot. We are going to test that out, but in order to get to the bottle opener part, you actually have to take that tip off and flip it around and then put it back in. And now what we're going to do is we're going to test this out. All right, ready? The moment of truth. A little more difficult than I thought. Let's try it some more. Well, you know what? It worked. A little hard at the beginning, but I guess it's a little trial and error. All right, so I wanted to try that again. Most people will actually grab it up here at the tip and just pop off. It's a little easier that way. So I did want to be fair. The way I was holding it might have been more of an awkward position, but it works. All right, so I want to show you the different parts of this pen. Of course, I have my safety hammer. That's the first tip that you'll have when it comes in. It looks like it's the writing pen, but it's actually the safety hammer where you can break glass and such. All right, so if I want to, and I've zoomed in on this so I hope you can see it well, is I can unscrew the tip off the safety hammer, and that's how I turn around and find my bottle opener, so I can screw it right back on. And then I have my pen here that's just, you know, a bottle opener. All right. So if I want to spin that back, we can reverse it. right back the way I had it. Now let's go to the next section, twist, and it reveals my screwdriver. So first here I have the Phillips head. I can take this out, turn it, and have the regular screwdriver. Listen to this. Well, you might not be able to hear it, but there's a magnet in there that pulls it in there. All right, so then we put that back together. All right, we come down this side. We start turning. There's one right here. Oh, there it is. And you might say, what in the world is that? Well, listen. So I can either screw the hammer part in there and just have a whistle, or I can put my whistle right back the way I had it. It's up to you. Keep going a little bit further up the pen. Start spinning. And I actually have my pen part. And they actually include this red rubber stopper on there at the beginning. So I put my hammer part in here. And then I have my pen just like so. Of course, I have my flashlight here at the top and my button to turn it on and off. But that's the ins and outs of the Tac Pen. So you know what? Early on, the Tac products were all lights. And this one, well, it has a light on it. And no, I'm not going to go freeze it or dunk it in water or even burn it. But I am going to test to see what it looks like outside. Let's go outside and see what it looks like. All right, so it's not pitch black out, but it's pretty dark. And I wanted to show you firsthand the Tac Pen's flashlight function. So let's turn it on. I want to show you how it does illuminate up the area pretty well. Now, if I want to do my focus beam by pulling out that top piece, I can make it a little more focused. You see the difference there? This is the focus. This is wide. You can see how I do that. So if I'm looking, so you know what? I can see in this area pretty well because of this. You might be able to see the rain coming down. It's a little misting right now. You know what? If I hit that little button again, I give it like a strobe blast, and I can sort of focus it a little more and bring it out. I'm going to show you what this looks like head on, and you tell me if you think this would ward off any would-be mugger or whatnot. All right, so here's a front view of the Tac light. Now it's going to get bright. All right, now if I want to focus, I can pull that thing out, push it in, out, see how that would be? Now, let's look at the strobe part. You tell me what you think. That's kind of annoying to look at, isn't it? All right, so I was thinking of a practical application. You're coming out to your car, it's nighttime, you need to be able to see. This lights up pretty well. I can look in my windows, I can look all around, and absolutely I can bring it out to make it look wider or keep it focused like I had. It's a pretty decent flashlight for close quarters, but definitely not something you use for long range. So, tell me, what do you think of this Tac Pen? Is this something that you need? Let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. And now, for the moment of truth. Drum roll. Brrr, we're going to go break some glass. Mind you, I am going to be wearing eye protection and gloves, and I'll be protecting myself. And don't try this at home. But let's go break some glass. So, do you know how hard it is to locate a car door, a window, anything that you just want to break with a pen tip like this? It's actually pretty hard. So I went to a few different stores trying to find tempered glass. I went to an auto salvage yard just trying to find something. No one would let me just break a window. Can you even believe that? Well, then I ran into someone who was throwing this window away. And to be honest with you, it's pretty thick. I'm really impressed with it. But the frame had broken. They upgraded their windows. This window is still intact. It actually has a mirrored edge on this side. The inside is clear. So it is dual layered. So what I'm going to do is I do have gloves. I'm going to put my other glove on here. I've got long sleeves on. I'm absolutely wearing safety glasses. And I'm going to see what happens when I take this Tac Pen and try to break that glass. Let's do it. All right, so I'm just putting my glove on. Remember, don't try this at home. I'm going to drop it on there first just to see what happens. It didn't even crack. All right, so here we go. The moment of truth. Well, I broke through the first layer. I'm going to hit it in the exact same spot. The cool thing is the inner layer is actually tempered. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I flipped the window over. Actually, when I flipped it, I heard the other piece of glass, I think, fell out, or at least a big piece of it. So I'm going to try to hit it up here in this area, and we're going to see what happens as I try to break through this. Well, there you go. Just goes to show you, you can break through glass with the Tac Pen. So in this video, we've been looking at the Tac Pen. And look what happened after I broke the glass. Can you see that? It got scratched up all over the place. Man, that finish got rubbed right off. Now let's talk about it. It says it's 9-in-1. Realistically, it's 7-in-1 because I count the 2 different flashlights as really one thing. And I count the 2 different screwdriver pieces as really one thing, right? Just because it's a Phillips and a regular, that's still one. They call it 9 because they count the light and the screwdrivers separate. So be it. It's still kind of cool. My only thing that I was like, what happens if the pen runs out? Do they sell replacements? I've looked. I couldn't find them because realistically, when the pen runs out, do you want to carry this thing around? Maybe just leave it in your glove box. Anyway, if you like this product, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. This part I just wanted to show you the actual pen functions. It clearly works. It writes well. Actually, I like writing with it. There has been a few times when I've written the word and like the entire word is not written there, even though I know I touched the pen to the paper, part of the word, like maybe the ink didn't transfer well. And so I've had to try a few different things. Now I have been using this for a few weeks. And so my thought is maybe it's running out of ink. Look how small this pen tube is. It's very little. After a couple of weeks, I'm sure this pen will just be completely empty. I use it on a daily basis just for writing things and that kind of such. So I've liked it so far. I like the weight of the pen. I just get a little worried maybe the next week or so, I might not have the pen feature. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of the Tac Pen. It's a new Bell & Howell product that does a lot of cool things. You know what? I've actually reviewed quite a few of the Tac products, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to link an entire playlist for you to check out. Now that's all the Tac product reviews that I've reviewed right up here. I would love it if you would click on it. And by the magic of the internet, I'm going to watch this playlist with you. So go ahead, click it. It's safe. I promise.